There we go. We got it going. I didn't put background music in. I've been doing that lately, and I forgot to do it this time. Oh well. Here's something that I could have swore I had reviewed, but maybe this is new. Maybe this is new. Maybe this is not a thing that was around before. I want to say that Nine Locks had a pumpkin beer before, and that I reviewed it, but maybe not. I searched my channel and I didn't find it. So I don't know what happened there. Unless it was like on one of those hangouts I did where I reviewed like several beers and it just didn't pop up in the search thing because I didn't have like a keyword there or something. I don't know. Maybe that's the case, but um yeah, we're doing Nine Locks Harvest Pumpkin Ale. And I like that can, man. It's got the autumnal, is that a word? Colors. Got the nice black and red, the classic commercialized version of Halloween colors, basically. Just like Coca-Cola and Santa Claus for Christmas. Um, it's a big old truck, big old style truck with a big old pumpkin on it, which is, a sight you, maybe not so much the old truck anymore, but a sight you will see here in Nova Scotia. A big rural province for the most part, with a lot of farms, a lot of pumpkin growing, all through the region, actually, not just Nova Scotia. But anyway, this is 5.2% alcohol by volume, 12 IBUs. Says Nine Locks Harvest Pumpkin Ale is a dark amber ale. I don't need to know the tasting notes. Just tell me there's pumpkin in there. So there is pumpkin in this. Excellent. And spices, to be expected. Seasonal offering. Water, hops, small yeast, natural flavors and spices, and love. Okay, love. Small batch, unfiltered, zero compromises. Well, I mean, you've already put natural flavoring in there. That might be compromised. I don't know. I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt. Probably a pumpkin puree and, I don't know, some sort of natural flavoring, whatever it is. Nine Locks usually doesn't steer me wrong. So we're going to give them the benefit of the doubt. We'll pour the sucker out and see what we think. Ooh, there we go. Nice solid amber color right there. So it actually looks kind of like mahogany on the screen there. I know for you guys watching, but it's actually just a really deep amber. Honestly, like where I just did the Vienna Lager from Nine Locks in the previous video, that's kind of the color I expected a Vienna Lager to look like. Generally, when I'm thinking of a Vienna Lager in my mind, I'm thinking like this deep copper instead of the sort of more like dull brassy copper that that beer actually was. Still a good beer though, don't get me wrong, but it was aesthetically it was not what I was thinking. Um, but yeah, this it fits into the pumpkin spectrum. I've seen pumpkin beers that were piss yellow, and I've seen ones that were as dark as a stout because they were a pumpkin stout or whatever. So the range for pumpkin beer color it doesn't even matter. Doesn't matter. Let's go right to aroma. Cheers. Oof. Big old pumpkin pie. You get that there is that underlying vegetal pumpkin note in this. There is actual pumpkin in this. Mm. Mm-mm-mm. It's not too it's not too spicy. It is sweet, it's cinnamon, nutmeg. The kind of spices you expect out of this. Um this smells like authentic, like pumpkin pie. It doesn't smell like the super sweet one that you'll get from like a grocery store. This smells more earthy and authentic, and I think that's just a testament to the fact that there's actual pumpkin in this compared to like some of these beers where they just do the pumpkin spice and they don't bother to actually put pumpkin in it. This, yeah, it smells good, man. This smells like pumpkin pie. And they don't go over top either with like something synthetic to make it smell like pumpkin pie with like whipped cream on it or anything like that. Like I know some beers will do that. They don't do that here. All right, cheers. Go into the taste. I'm actually pretty interested. Mm. I don't think I've ever tasted a pumpkin pie beer or pumpkin beer, excuse me, that has gone that hard with the cinnamon. Usually it's the nutmeg or allspice or some bullshit like that they'll go like super hard on with it. This it's really the cinnamon. Like I'm not saying it's touching cinnamon hearts that you get around like, Valentine's Day or whatever, but there's a there's a ghost of that. Like almost that cinnamon heart heat kind of thing. There's a little touch of that in this. Mm. And that underlying maltiness with the it's kind of like light medium bodied. The pumpkin is there. You get that vegetal pumpkin thing going on. Oh, and we got Western Canadian reviewer Dan in the chat saying highly. Hello, Dan. I hope you're having a good night. It's not quite night for you yet. It's afternoon, but you know what I'm saying. Just take the compliment and accept it. Yeah. Um, but yeah, I'm just not used to pumpkin beers being so heavy in the cinnamon, and it's taken me back a little bit. Yes, it is, Dan. It is from here in Nova Scotia, the Nine Locks Harvest Pumpkin Ale. And there's actual pumpkin in it, so it's an actual pumpkin beer. Dan says, I'm heading home on the bus now, so it's much better. Yes, I would assume it would be much better for you. Yeah. But yeah, they're big cinnamon note, a little bit of nutmeg in the actual taste, more in the actual aroma. Um, and yeah, and Dan says, ooh, even better is actually yes. Um, this beer does the right thing. Puts pumpkin in it. Tastes so like it's got that authentic kind of grounding to it where they're not going overboard trying to like synthetically reproduce something here. So the pumpkin's there and the cinnamon it shines in this. Like honestly, I could use the cinnamon even a little bit harder. Like I actually could use it to I could use a little bit of that Valentine's cinnamon heart sting. But at the same time, that's not what you get out of pumpkin pie. Um, and I mean they are kind of replicating a pumpkin pie aesthetic here with the spices. Um, this is excellent. So yeah, I mean Nine Locks, like I said, honestly, I can't even think of a Nine Locks beer I haven't liked. There probably is one, but I'm just gonna make a blanket statement. Why not? This is what this channel does. We just make blanket statements, and if we're proven wrong, I'll just forget about it and ignore it and move on. Um, they've never done me wrong. Nine Locks have never done me wrong. There you go. I said it. Now, someone diligently go back into my reviews and find the Nine Locks beer I absolutely hated. There you go. But yeah, this is kind of one of the versions of a pumpkin ale I want. Either you go like sweet pumpkin tasting cookie kind of thing, or you go like super authentic grounded like vegetal pumpkin, or you go like really well balanced authentic tasting pumpkin pie thing. And that's what this is. This is not store-bought pumpkin pie. This is your grandmama's pumpkin pie. This is your great aunt's pumpkin pie, your mother's pumpkin pie. That's what this is going on. And this time around, your old grandmama, she might have tipped a little too much cinnamon in there. Just a tad bit more than usual. But you still love her, and you still eat that pumpkin pie, and you shut your fucking mouth because you're respectful, and you love your grandmama, and she loves you, and that's why she made that pumpkin pie. That's what this beer is. And then Dan says, screw that, I'm not searching, your word is good. There you go. Confirmation bias. Confirmed fact. So, as a pumpkin beer, this gets a 9. It's excellent. It's 9 for 9 locks. I didn't plan it that way, but it happened. It's a configuration of the universe. The stars are aligned. This is the way it works. And my own personal preference, I'm going to go 8.5. I like it a lot. I'm going to buy it again. And Dan says, heard that the favorite child wanted more cinnamon, so she put it in there for that one child. Yeah, that's a grandmother thing to do. That happens. Grandmother worth her fucking shit. That's what happens. But yeah, 9 style, 8.5 for personal preference. 9 locks. Harvest Pumpkin Ale is good shit. Very good shit. Okay, we're gonna take this offline. I got one more beer to do tonight. That will be in, let's say, about 15 minutes. And until then, thanks for watching, guys. Dan, have a good trip home. Have a good night. And Dan says, nice, much better than the big rig. Yeah. But yes. Goodbye, guys.